So forgiveness brings inner joy and inner peace, because when we release that resentment or pain or sadness that we're holding on to, it gives us inner joy. So forgiveness is really for us. It's kind of funny, you know, when somebody's really done you wrong, you know, you don't want to forgive them because it feels like you let them off the hook, but you're really forgiving for yourself, not them. It doesn't make it okay, whatever happened, whatever they've done, or somebody owes you money, or, you know, cut you off at a traffic light. It doesn't make it okay, but you don't want that resentment in your field. So that's why you want to do forgiveness. The third one is greatest compassion. This is like Mother Mary, Mother Teresa compassion, Kuan Yin compassion, unconditional compassion for human beings, seeing them all as children of God, just in different human suits that we wear, right? So compassion is the third. The fourth is light, greatest light. And the fifth is humility. The sixth is harmony. The seventh is gratitude. The eighth is greatest flourishing or abundance. The ninth is greatest service, and the 10th is greatest enlightenment. So when we embody all those qualities, we'll become saints. I think it's a lifelong endeavor, maybe multiple lifetime endeavors. But just knowing that, you know, just knowing that those are the 10 qualities helps me to kind of shift my thinking sometimes, right? Because what would a Buddha do? Like they say, what would Jesus do, right? So it kind of brings you into alignment with higher thinking, I guess. So, okay, that's enough of my lecture for tonight. I did want to give you the 10 qualities though, because at some point we're going to practice the 10 qualities. You know, in this group, we're going to do forgiveness practice. And then each week we're going to do something different. We're going to do the 5 elements, which we did the first week. We're going to do the 7 soul houses or 7 chakras. I'm planning on doing those tonight. And then we're going to do the energy centers of the body. You have 5. You have 1 in your lower abdomen. That's your lower dantian, your energy foundational center. And then right behind that in your back is a snow mountain. Some people know it as a kundalini. Then you have your message center, which is between your breasts, right here in the middle of your chest. And this is like your karma center. This is your heart center. This is where all your messages come. Everything is here, your relationships, your finances. And then you have 2 in your head. You have 1 in the front called Zhu Chao, and the other one is at your pineal gland, which is your third eye. So most people understand the third eye is where you can see spiritual images from the spiritual world. So those are the 5 energy centers. So we'll work on those. And then we'll do the 10 qualities, the 10 greatest Da, or 10 Da qualities. Da means greatest. I say a lot of things in Chinese. I'll try to remember to say the English. Master Sha is Chinese, so I learned a lot of this in the Chinese language. So, any questions so far?
I can't think of it. I forgot my question. I had one before, from before.
Okay.
When I remember, I'll ask.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Happy to take questions. So let's do a forgiveness practice to start. We're going to do a group forgiveness practice, much like the one that we did on the phone together. And then we'll do a specific forgiveness practice for another one at the end. So this is called the Soul Light era. We moved into Soul Over Matter era in 2008, August of 2008. We used to be in Mind Over Matter. Now we're in the Soul Over Matter era. If you notice, there's a lot of things called soul now. There's a soul car and soul power this and soul studio, and you'll see soul popping up all over the place because the mass consciousness is tuned in to soul over matter. So what that means is soul is the boss of mind, which is interesting because a lot of people think their mind is the boss. You know, whatever you think, whatever you hear, whatever you learn, you know, that's kind of it, because the mind is in control. But actually it isn't. The soul is in control. And what's interesting about that is I've been practicing this quite a bit. When you get a thought that you don't want, ask your mind for another thought and you'll get a different one. Now, who is asking the mind for a different thought? It's your soul or your higher self, right? So if you practice that, just practice that throughout the week. Say, oh, give me a different thought. And notice that you get a different thought, because the mind serves the soul.
Mhm.
So anyway, that's an interesting exercise. So once you understand that you, your soul, your higher self, your whatever you want to call it, controls your mind, you can really change your world. Because a lot of people are stuck in their mind. They think whatever they're thinking is reality.
Yeah, we call that being stuck on your, having an interesting point of view. In Access, they teach that. And so this is an interesting thing. I'm going to play with it. It sounds good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It is.
Yeah,
It's
because
like,
I've gotten stuck in, I don't like to drive, you know, like, and I go, I gotta change that somehow. 'Cause otherwise I'm just gonna be stuck here at the house forever, you know.
yeah.
You know, my boyfriend lives down in Trenton. I've got to somehow get down there. I mean, he can't come up here all the time, right? So
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Steve and I play with it a lot. We'll say, oh, give me another thought, or change that thought. You know, if we say something that's not in our highest good, we don't want that in our informational field, right? Like, this is all about your informational field, quantum physics. Just say, change that thought. Give me a different thought.
yeah.
So you start programming yourself differently. So the purpose of this whole group is not just to do the group forgiveness, but I also want to teach you some tools and some techniques that you can continue on your healing journey and empower you to be able to do it on your own as well, right? So that's the whole purpose of this. Okay, so let's do a forgiveness practice. So I was starting out, this is the soul light era. It's kind of like the prayer position. It's similar, but this just tells heaven or the universe that you're speaking out to the universe. That's kind of the signal to say, hey, I'm speaking to the universe now. So if you want to put your hands in the soul light era with me, you don't have to. It's just again, another positive message that you're talking to the universe.
Does it matter which hand is which?
It doesn't. Whatever's comfortable for you. Whatever's comfortable for you. So repeat after me silently or out loud, whatever you're comfortable with. Dear everyone and everything that I or my ancestors have ever hurt or harmed in this lifetime or in any of our past lifetimes, I deeply and sincerely apologize on behalf of myself and my ancestors for all the hurt and harm that we have caused. Please forgive us, specifically connected to, and I want you to fill in the blank for whatever your issue is, what we've worked together on during sessions. Thank you for your forgiveness. I offer my unconditional forgiveness to everyone and everything that ever hurt or harmed me in this lifetime or any of my past lifetimes. I forgive you unconditionally. Please accept my forgiveness. I ask my ancestors to please forgive everyone and everything that ever hurt or harmed them in any of their lifetimes, connected to, and you fill in the blank. I forgive you, you forgive me, to bring love, peace, and harmony. Now, we talked a little bit earlier about sacred calligraphies. This is the first of the 10 Da. Can you see that okay, Gail? This is the first of the 10 Da. Sacred calligraphy of, I'm going to pin my screen if I can figure out how. Sacred calligraphy of love, greatest love. So greatest love, all blockages. I'm going to pin that right now so you can see that a little better. So greatest calligraphy is also carrying Tao frequency and Tao vibration. I'm also a Tao calligraphy practitioner. So what you do is you trace the calligraphy with your hand or with your eye. This is the sacred path of the calligraphy. So I want you to trace it as we're chanting the forgiveness practice. I'm kind of doing it backwards here. But you see the sacred path. Don't get hung up on the path. If you can't see it clearly, just trace the calligraphy with your hand. Because again, it increases the frequency and vibration. So all we're doing is sending positive light, positive frequency and vibration to your energy field. So we're going to trace that and we're going to chant for about 3 to 5 minutes. So let's start. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. So that's the melody. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I had an idea. Hang on a second. Keep chanting. I forgive you. You forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Trace this one better? Ha ha ha. There we go. I forgive you. You forgive me. I know, I'm trying to get it to stop. Okay. Bring love, peace, and harmony. It's not working. Bring love, peace, and harmony. How's that?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So you can trace that one easier. Greatest love. I forgive you. You forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you. You forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Now we're going to chant greatest love. And in Chinese, it's Da-I, 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 da-I. Greatest love. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. I'm going to switch to greatest forgiveness.
Lydia?
Yep.
whoever that is on the phone, I think she needs to mute because it.
Oh, Flo, you're banging something. We can hear you banging around.
It also causes her to light up and then it takes you off the screen.
Oh, I thought I had the screen pinned. Okay, wait a minute. I haven't got it pinned yet. Here, hang on a second. I think, how's that?
I'll let you know.
Should be still not pinning it, huh? Okay. This is the greatest. This is it. Were you tracing that? Were you tracing the .I?
I was trying.
Okay. Try this one. This is the greatest forgiveness, Da Quan Shu. So we'll do a couple of minutes of Da Quan Shu, greatest forgiveness. So Da Quan Shu, 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 Da Quan Shu. Greatest forgiveness, 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 greatest forgiveness. Da Quan Shu, 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 Da Quan Shu. You can chant several different things. Another chant is Tao forgiveness, divine forgiveness, Tao forgiveness, divine forgiveness, Tao forgiveness, divine forgiveness, Tao forgiveness, divine forgiveness. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Last time. I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. And at the end of a practice, we always say, how, how, how. How means perfect, get well, good job. So, how, how. Say it with me. How was that? Does anybody want to share? Did you experience anything? Feel anything? Notice anything during the forgiveness practice?
No.
No? Okay. Anybody else? Were you chanting along?
Is anybody there?
Is anybody there? Yeah, everybody's on mute but you, Gail.
Here I am.
How was that, Connie?
It was nice. It was a little, I don't want to say difficult for me to concentrate on trying to trace the letters, the calligraphy, and do the chant also.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. It gets easier with practice.
Right.
And it helps to have a bigger
Got my
calligraphy.
book. I brought my book in.
Oh, there
Me
you
too,
go.
me too. Me
Oh, well,
too.
you can just trace it in the book.
Yep,
Yeah,
I was.
Yeah.
I
I
have to
was.
go get it.
But I didn't have the first one you had.
Yeah, just trace it in the book. Yeah, that's .I. That's the first one. So what they're
Right.
talking about for my new guests is this little book right here called Greatest Forgiveness. You can order it on Amazon.com. And it's Master Zhigong Shah, which is the spiritual master that I follow that taught me what I do. And then it has the Daquan Shu calligraphy in it. So I don't know if you can see that, but you can get this little book. I think it's $18 or something, isn't it, Gail?
I got used ones, but they look brand new.
Yeah, there you go. So you can get a used one, and yeah, and then you'll have your own little calligraphy to practice. And what's really great is it teaches you a whole bunch of different forgiveness practices in the book. There's one for finances, relationships, kind of every aspect of your life, really. So highly recommend it. You can do it. Then you'll have it for this practice to use yourself instead of trying to see it on the screen. Okay, we're going to move into the 7 soul houses, or we know them as energy chakras here in the Western world, but in Chinese, they're considered the soul houses. So I'm going to read a little bit out of the book to give you some information about it. The teaching of chakras is recorded in the early traditions of Hinduism. They are spiritual energy centers that are the focus of many ancient meditations and practices. There are 7 primary chakras. I received the divine teachings in 2008 that the 7 chakras are also the 7 soul houses, are also the 7 houses of the soul in a human being. They are in the core and central channel of the body. So each soul house is fist size. From lower to highest, they are the first at the pelvic floor, just above the perineum, which is the area between the anus and the scrotum or vulva, and the Huiyin acupuncture point, which is your root chakra. The second is the lower abdomen between the first and third soul house, sacral chakra. The third at the level of the navel is the navel chakra. The fourth, the message center, heart chakra, is in the middle of the chest. The fifth is in the throat, your throat chakra. The 6th is in the brain, the third eye chakra. And the 7th, atop of the head on the byway acupuncture point, which is right here at the top of your head, the crown chakra. So those are the 7 chakras. I'm going to assume everybody knows those. And then you also have the biggest space in your body called the Y-jiao is in your back. It's in your, basically from your neck down between your shoulder blades is the biggest space in the body. So in Chinese medicine, it's considered the ocean, and all the other spaces in the body flow to the ocean. All the rivers and lakes flow to the ocean, and the ocean is in the middle of your back. So a really simple healing technique, and I don't have it with me, is to put a tennis ball in the end of a sock and just tap your back with the sock. We did that at group a couple of times, and it's amazing how good that feels. I mean, don't do it hard or it'll hurt, but just by taking that sock, you can tap your Y-jiao between your shoulder blades and actually release energy and move energy in the body.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's kind of a cool technique. Maybe next week everybody can bring a sock with a tennis ball and we can practice. I used to have a whole bag of socks and tennis balls that I brought to my group when we were doing this in person. So we could hit our Y-jiao. Yeah. So anyway, I want to go through the 7 soul houses or chakras as we're more familiar with them, but we're going to refer to them as soul houses for the purpose of this. So the first soul house is the origin, base, and root. It's the generating source of energy and light. On the physical level, this area is also the generator of life and energy. It is the engine that produces the driving force to generate and propel energy through the remaining 6 soul houses and through the entire body. So it starts down there and comes up. If you have any blockages in these energy centers, that'll really affect you health-wise as well. So that's why we're going to work on clearing the 7 soul houses and get the energy moving. because everything else in our body is the matter, but these are the spaces. The soul houses are the spaces in our body, and our body's made up of matter, organs, and spaces. So Western medicine doesn't focus on the spaces, they only focus on the organs and the matter. So it will help to get the spaces cleared and moving as well. So the first soul house is exactly that. It's the first house in which a soul resides on its journey. It is the beginning of the soul journey. A human being's soul has been on its journey for many, many lifetimes. If your soul sits in the first soul house, your soul is still at the beginning stages of the journey. The first soul house is very important, but in your soul journey, your soul needs to move to the higher soul houses. The second soul house is in the lower abdomen at the same level of the lower dantian, between the first soul house and the level of the navel. So the second soul house is important in the soul journey because when your soul reaches this position, it has gained great virtue, which is heaven's reward for positive information or messages that you have created. Hey, there we are, back to those positive messages again. So this means that you've given good service, you've encouraged others, you give compliments, you speak kind words, you're very loving, right? The virtue nourishes and uplifts your soul and is recorded in your book in the Akashic Records. Is everyone familiar with the Akashic Record book? I know Gail is. In heaven, you ever heard in the Bible, they say that on Judgment Day, they're going to open up your book and read your book. This is the book that's in heaven. Everybody has a record in heaven of everything you've ever done, thought, or said. It's a recording of all of your lifetimes and all of your service, all of your deeds, good and bad, is in your Akashic record. Your soul has made, welcome Helen. Your soul has made significant progress if it's in the second soul house, but it still has a very long journey ahead. We're just going over the 7 soul houses, Helen. The second soul house is connected with the well-being and balance of the foundational energy of the lower dantian. It is connected with the well-being and balance of all creation. As in the big universe, nature, so too in the small universe, human being. That's the whole idea of traditional Chinese medicine, yin and yang, big and small, microcosm, macrocosm. As I revealed in The Power of Soul, the authoritative book on my entire Soul Power series, the lower abdomen is also a secret and center of soul intelligence, wisdom, and knowledge. Sorry, I'm coughing here. You see how important these soul houses is? Those are only the first 2. So they're all pretty important. So you want them all working together and you want the energy flowing through them. In this area, message, energy, and matter circulate actively, influencing every aspect of one's being. The second soul house connects with all of these aspects of all creation, including the soul world, divine, and Tao source. The third soul house is important because it is the last one for a soul to pass through on its journey to enlightenment. When your soul reaches this level, it has made real progress. Souls are quite happy to have moved to this level. They are very eager to advance further because they know the next step is their enlightenment. Enlightenment is a journey of a soul. The whole Master Sha teaches the whole idea of coming into a human experience is to advance on your soul journey. Every soul, every incarnation that you have, the idea is that you move further on your soul journey. That's actually not what happens. Sometimes we go backwards, sometimes we go forwards. But what he teaches is if you don't work on advancing your soul in this lifetime, you've wasted this lifetime because you haven't advanced on your soul journey. So that's one of the things that he teaches that's pretty profound. The fourth soul house is very special. When your soul sits in the message center or heart chakra between the lower end of the sternum, so right here in the middle of your chest, it has reached the level of enlightenment. The soul standing has changed significantly. Reaching soul enlightenment usually requires hundreds or thousands of lifetimes. Being enlightened transforms the quality of service you can offer. Your ability to serve becomes higher and more powerful. At the same time, your book in the Akashic Records is transferred to a special hall for those who are enlightened. Your ability to communicate with the soul world increases significantly. The teachings, wisdom, and practices you receive from the divine and the entire soul world will be on an entirely different level. It is a major milestone on the soul journey, but it is only the beginning of the enlightenment journey. You guys enjoying this? Want me to keep going? Or should I read the next?
Yes,
Okay.
I like all of them. Sorry, I had to unmute myself. I'm listening. Here, you see me
Okay.
again. Hi, I'm still here.
Hi. Welcome. Okay. So the fourth soul house is the center for healing, love, forgiveness, compassion, soul communication, transformation, enlightenment, and much more. All of these qualities also affect your physical journey. When your soul sits in the fourth soul house, many blockages could be removed. Your well-being, including your physical, emotional, and mental health, could improve in a powerful way. The fifth soul house is in the throat. The souls of very few people reach this level through their own efforts. This soul house is a bridge between the heart and the mind. It helps to integrate the wisdom of the heart and the mind. When this happens, the service you can give increases significantly again. Your ability to understand your own soul journey and that of others increases greatly. On the physical level, the blessings bring about not only greater healing in every aspect of life, but also substantial rejuvenation and prolongation of life. For many people, this soul house is connected with soul memories. Healing of these memories can take place on a very deep level. As this happens, reversal of physical issues often occurs at an accelerated rate. The sixth soul house is in the brain. As the brain reaches this level, consciousness is transformed. The connection and alignment with divine consciousness are much stronger. The ability to communicate with the soul world grows further. On the physical level, when a soul resides in the brain, it heals and rejuvenates every aspect of the physical body in a special way. The brain determines, directs, or influences every function of the body. When the soul resides in the brain's influence has reached a level of divine presence and light. The seventh soul house is just above the head in the crown chakra. This is the highest position in soul standing. On the physical level, when your soul resides in the seventh soul house, it has reached a position where it is truly can be in charge. It is able to direct every aspect of your life in a powerful way, including the physical, mental, emotional, relationship, and financial aspects. It is a great honor and privilege that your soul can reach this soul house. Very few have accomplished it through their own efforts. So some of the people that we know would be Buddha, Jesus, Mother Mary, Gandhi, people like that have reached that level. So you can see there's not very many that we know of. And then finally, the Weijiao, which I talked about, the big space in the body that's in the front of the spinal column, plus the cranial cavity. It's the largest space in the body. Because all energies, meridians, and channels of the body must go through the Weijiao, negative Shenshi Jing, or soul-mind body in the Weijiao can affect any organ, any part of the body, in any other space. Therefore, the Weijiao is a key for all healing and transformation. That's why I was saying if we just use that tennis ball in the sock, it really works. So all seven soul houses connect with aspects of creation, with the balancing of yin and yang, and with the practice of the divine and Tao source. As you practice with the seven chakras or soul houses, you are connecting with the soul journeys of the divine in all universes. You are connecting with all humanity and Mother Earth. As your soul moves to higher and higher soul houses, this connection of you, humanity, Mother Earth, and divine becomes more and more concrete, practical, and real in your daily life. Words cannot express the benefits you receive. Your practice benefits humanity, Mother Earth, and all universes. So I'll stop there so we have some time to practice. So there's some sacred sounds that Master Sha gives us that are in Chinese. And they're not hard to pronounce, but they're in Chinese. So we're going to use them. The first soul house is the sound of hey. It's pronounced H-E-I, but you say it like hey, H-A-Y. It's spelled H-E-I. So the first thing we're going to do is the say hello greeting. Now, for those of you who are new, one of the things that Master Sha teaches us are the 6 power techniques. The first one is body power, where we put our hands, the energy occurs. So we're going to put our hands down on our lower abdomen because that's where we want the energy to come into. That's our powerhouse.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So with the hand, when you use it, have you noticed when you do healing work that your hands get a lot hotter than they used to?
Well, my hands are on fire when I do healing work because that's where the Tao frequency is coming through.
Well, I've only been doing a little bit of the Taoist work. When I say a little bit, I've worked with you. I did that free class, and then I got approved with Gail and Kathy to do the more advanced one, which I want to do at the end of this month or next month. And then I did the relationship free one, and then I did the relationship one. And what I found when I'm working on patients now is I've always had hot hands. You felt them. I think a lot of people on the call have had, I'm looking at who's on there. Some of the people I've had previously. I am sweating now at work.
Wow.
Just from this little bit. I'm like, I was been trying, I'm like, what is going on? And then I finally realized, I think it must be just this little bit of Taoist work. So
yeah,
Jennifer and Margaret, you'll have to let me know if you feel a difference when you're in your treatments. I think I see you both sometime soon, maybe. I'm sorry, HIPAA, never mind. People on the call who might have appointments with me, let me know if
we don't have HIPAA over here.
Yes, I'm gonna have to come visit you and treat you and Steve. That'll be excuse. Then they'll let me come because it'll be for work. I actually could come.
Do it. Yeah.
I was thinking I could go see Dahlia, but I think she'd be uncomfortable because I could just go tell one of my friends I need a seminar and all right, don't get me started on all that. All right, that was my question. We digress. I'll shut up now.
Yes, the frequency is flowing through you. That's exactly right. That's awesome. Okay, so we're going to say hello. That's why I wanted to explain the 4 powers, because this is something that you can do on your own. This is something wherever you've got pain, even like put it on your ear, put it on your back pain. I mean, whatever's bothering you, put your hand there because you have a major meridian here in your hand where energy comes through. That's why we do Reiki, and that's why we do Tao. That's also why we put our hand here when we have a toothache or when we have a headache. We put our hand there because it's just automatic. Okay, so wherever you put your hand, the healing occurs because that's where the energy flows. The second power technique is mind power. Mind power is your thoughts. So you're doing a positive affirmation like I've been teaching you to do, please forgive me, please forgive you. Well, when you do the mind power we're going to use is hey for the first soul house. That's the high frequency and vibration word. The third power is sound power. So it's also the sound of hey. Oh, okay. Mind power would be visualizing golden light. I'm sorry. In the first soul house. And sound power would be hey. And then the say hello greeting is speaking to the soul world. This is something that Master Sha teaches us, is that everything has a soul. And he teaches us how to harness the power of the soul. That's what I'm here to share with you. When we because we're in the soul light era, like I was talking about in the beginning, when we harness the power of soul, we harness the ability for our soul to heal our body, mind, and spirit. So we do that with what we call the say hello greeting. And it goes like this. You can repeat after me silently. Dear my first soul house, I love you.
I love you.
You have the ability to boost and rejuvenate me. Do a good job. Thank you. So you can actually use that for anything. Dear the soul of my ear, I love you. You have the ability to heal yourself. Do a good job. Thank you. You can apply it to anything. Dear the soul of my finances, you have the ability to increase yourself. Do a good job. Thank you. It's actually a secret formula. You can use it for anything. So I'm going to do it for all 7 soul houses so we don't have to stop at each soul house. So let's do it again. Dear soul, mind, and body of my 7 soul houses, I love you. You have the ability to heal and rejuvenate me and help the energy flow freely through my body. Do a good job. Thank you. Okay, so let's do the practice. So this is called the soul light era position. If you take your hands like this and grab your thumb whichever way is comfortable for you. Grab your thumb and wrap your other hand around it. That's called the soul. That's also called, oh, that's called the yin yang hand position. I'm sorry. This is the soul light arrow position. This is the yin yang hand position. So if you take your hands like that, I want you to put it in your belly button. Got it? Grab your thumb, whichever way is comfortable for you. Wrap your other hand around it. Put it in your belly button. That's the hand position we're going to do. Feet flat on the floor. Sit up as straight as you can. If you can put your back away from the chair, it's better. But if it hurts or if you've got back pain, then use the back of the chair. But when you put your back away from the chair, then the energy can flow freely around your body. We're going to start. First soul house. Take a breath. Hey. That's the sound for the first soul house. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, yo. Hey ya, hey ya, yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, yo. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, yo. So that's the chant. We're going to change the sound for each soul house, but that's the chant. So the second soul house is home. Remember to visualize golden light in your lower abdomen now, because we're in the second soul house. Deep breath in. Hong ya, hong ya, hong ya, yo. Hong ya, yo. Hong ya, yo. Hong ya, yo. Third soul house, visualize golden light in your navel. Hey hung hong it's almost the same as the second, same sound. First one is H-E-N-G and the second one is H-O-N-G. So deep breath in. Hong ya, hong ya, yo. Hong ya, yo. Hong ya, yo. Hong ya, yo. So the next one's fourth soul house right here below the sternum. Still got your hands in the soul light arrow or yin yang palm position, hands at your belly button. So this sound is ah. Ah is the word for love. So let's begin. Deep breath in. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, aya, yo. Aya, 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 yo. Aya, 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 yo. And then she is your throat chakra sound. So visualize golden light. Deep breath in. Shia, 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 yo. Shia, shia, yo. Shia, 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 yo. Shia, 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 yo. Sixth is ye, Y-E, pronounce it E. E-ya, 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 yo. E-ya, E-ya, yo. E-ya, 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 yo. E-ya, 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 yo. And then the top of the head, the crown chakra, is Wong, W-E-N-G, pronounced Wong. Deep breath in. Wong ya, Wong ya, Wong ya, yo. Wong ya, Wong ya, yo. Wong ya, Wong ya, Wong ya, yo. Wong ya, Wong ya, Wong ya, Wong ya, yo. So that's the 7 soul houses. That's a practice you can do on your own. I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel so you can go back and practice, get the tune. Now, here's a real secret. You put all those sounds together as a chant. That moves the energy from your 1st soul house to your 7th soul house. And then there's one that goes backwards. So I'm going to do that with you for a minute. That's just opening up your chi channel. You have a jing channel in your body, which is the matter channel. The chi channel is the energy channel. So this is for the energy channel. And it goes like this. Hey hung hong ah shi wang yo. So you're moving through all 7. Hey hung hong ah shi wang yo. Yo is going down the back. That's the Y jiao. Hey hung hong ah shi wang yo. Hey hung hong ah shi wang yo. So that's a chant you can do to make that energy flow up and down your body. Backwards, it's like this. Yo wang yi shi ah hong hong hey. 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 How? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that is the 7 soul house practice. That was about, I don't know, 15 minutes. You probably do it faster without me talking in between, but that's to move that energy through your major spaces in your body. Anybody have any experience or anything to share?
I just really like the chanting. I feel like it, for me, it like, you know, I've had done Sanskrit chanting and stuff, but this always, I always feel something with this, like truly. And I think maybe it's because my base, 2nd, and 3rd chakra are the areas, my base and 2nd really that are the most blocked. And I really feel like these shift energy in the base and 2nd chakra a lot.
You know why you feel something too is because these are sacred words that vibrate those areas. So that's why they really work, because they're actually mantras. Each one of those sounds.
That's what it feels like to me. You know, I feel like, you know, when you do it, sometimes you feel kind of hokey, right? Because here we are, these Canadian American people doing this. And, but I am telling you, ladies, it has transformed my relationship with my son. And my brain is doing better. When I hurt my ankle this weekend, and there's more to it. I did a resonance treatment that was kind of crazy on it, but I used the chanting. I found some Dr. Shaw chants on YouTube and played them like 3 times in a row, these 10-minute ones, because he's like, you're supposed to do 30 minutes a day to build up your chi, right? Minimum. So that's what I've been doing.
Awesome. Awesome. You know, here's another secret. You got this book?
Hey.
Yes.
Calligraphy and put it on your ankle.
No way. I have it right here. Which, just that one
Yes
picture?
way. Just put that calligraphy on your ankle. It's got Tao, frequency, and light in it.
The forgiveness or love, or it doesn't matter.
Either one of them.
This one?
Whatever
This
book
one,
you
right?
have. Whatever book you have. Every one of his
Okay.
books he infuses with Tao, frequency, and light. So I
Oh,
have
put it under my pillow?
you put it under your pillow. I have them all around my room.
This one? Would this one work under my
Yes.
pillow?
Yep. Absolutely. That's the greatest forgiveness. So
Well, Margaret, if I should see you tomorrow, which of course, you know, is hypothetical, I'll report to you my findings.
okay. Oh, to Margaret. Yeah, I had a lady that had knee pain here, and her knee pain was a 10. Her name is Judy. And I brought her this book because she just lives 2 blocks from me. I brought her one of these books and I said, Judy, put this on your knee. She said, I can't even have the sheets on my knee. There's no way I can put that book on my knee. I said, okay, then just put it beside your knee, you know, and it'll help. So her knee pain went from a 10 to a 3. And she said, it's crazy. She said, it doesn't even hurt my knee. She said, I got it on my knee and it doesn't even hurt my knee. And I talked to her just a couple of weeks ago and she doesn't have any knee pain.
Wow.
You just put yeah, this is a powerful little book. So that's another secret.
So if my son, so if I put it under Micah's bed, will it transform his
Well,
annoyingness?
just invoke it and say, please help my son. Yes. I'm teaching you all these tricks. You won't need me.
Lydia, I think I will.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But no, I do want to empower you to have your own healing tools. That's why I'm doing this, right? That's why I'm doing this. So, okay. So we don't have